Ja, hallo Ground and Pound Zuschauer. Ich habe die zweite Überraschung für euch. Ich habe hier Chris Cope on my side. Hello Chris, how are you, man?
I'm always good, Mr. Nordin, always good.
That's good, man. This is Chris, always good, Cope. He don't want to fight his change name, you know. I told him, change your fight name, he's C Murder. I told him, always good is better for you. He said no. Why you hold your fight name C Murder?
It was just because there was a guy I played basketball with. He was real tough. He called himself C Murder. I thought it was funny. So we were out in the gym thinking of funny fight names. I said, yeah, C Murder would be a good one, and it just kind of stuck. But as you can see, I'm always smiling, so I'm not really look like a serial killer. But I don't know. I think the name's kind of funny and sounds cool, so go with it.
Yeah, that's good, man. I like that. You, first questions is, what do you feel about your first fight in the UFC after you leave this house? I know I was in the house too, you know, so that's crazy questions because I have the same emotions like you know, when I leave the house. But what do you think about it when the people is coming you and they know who you are and start to asking you the first time when you leave the house? What do you think about it?
It's kind of a surreal experience. I mean, it is what it is, and the thing is that I think it gets to a lot of guys' heads. They think that they're a lot bigger than they actually are, and in all reality, we're a bunch of guys that got a good shot, and we're allowed to be put in the house. And I think the biggest thing is just keep working hard, stay humble, and constantly trying to improve. And I'm always trying to give as much time as I can to the fans, because without fans, there wouldn't be a sport. So, I mean, they're the backbone, and you know, all this wooing thing that I've been doing, the whole woo, you know, that whole thing. I kind of got a little.
I like the woo.
I kind of got a little fan crew. I call them the Woo Nation, and I kind of fight for them too, you know, because I kind of looked at myself as like an underdog, and maybe they're an army of underdogs, but I guess together we got a little army, so I call it the Woo Nation. But yeah, I love the fans, man. They're great, and I try to give them as much time and dedication as I can to them.
Yeah, that's cool. What do you think about the experience in the house? You learn a lot of things. I know that you have a good coach. I know your coach, and you have a good stand-up coach and good grappling coach. And what is the experience what you get from the house when you get out? You feel the difference?
Yeah, the house, like I've told everyone, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. I mean, it's 6 weeks locked up in a house with no... nothing, you know, you go nuts.
I know what he's talking about.
That wasn't for this guy. This guy kept me sane and a little crazy at the same time. But no, it was cool. It was definitely it's one of those things that I'm glad I did it, but I don't know if I'd ever really do it again. I've had a lot of great memories about it, but it was definitely a process, and it was more like a mental detox. And I think that anybody that makes it through that house for 6 weeks becomes the ultimate fighter, in my opinion, because it is a marathon in there, and there's guys that leave that house all the time because they just can't cut it. And it was a great time, it was a great experience, and I'm very thankful that I had the opportunity to do it.
So you think maybe I was in a house too, so that's a little bit crazy because everybody asked me the same questions, you know. So I asked you the same, you know what I mean? Yeah. I know you are my friend. Yeah. We chill a lot in the house with us, you know. We train with another, and we have a lot of fun. I know the most of the people are joking about you, you know. They're joking around and start to make some things, you know. But I think you a secret, you know what I mean. You have some secrets there, you know, because you go your way, you win your fights in the house. You make a big step from the first fight to the last fight in this season, in the tough season 13, you know. And what do you think about it? Because okay, I don't have a problems with you, but some guys in the house they start to call you double agent and start to joking around, and I don't say names now, but what do you think about it?
Oh, it's just paranoia. You go in that house and you take everyone's support network away from them. They start to go crazy, and I mean, we saw it with me, we saw it with other individuals, and at the end we saw it with Tony, and it just causes people to go nuts, and that's just what that house is designed to do, and that's what makes great TV, you know. So it is what it is.
It's funny because you just talking about Tony. I know that the most people in Germany, you know, they know you more and me than Tony. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just talking about some guys in the United States, and they told me the same. You know what I mean? What do you think about that?
Well, I think Tony, you know, he was the kind of a late bloomer on the show, like, because people didn't know about him until the end of the season.
Yeah.
He definitely left with fireworks. I mean, he had great 4 fights. You know, they ended it with finishes, and he's well deserved to, you know, be the champion. I've talked to Tony since then, and he's doing good. He's training hard, and I guess he's dropped to 55. And you know, I wish him the best. And it's just one of those things. I think that reality TV is designed that you are able to relate to certain people that are on the show, and I don't know, maybe people just liked my shenanigans. I don't know, but I mean, I took it for all it was with the show and just tried to have as much fun with it as I could.
That's cool, man. How's your training? How do you feel different when you come out with your coaches? Normally with your real coaches, you know, and when you make your way, you fight tomorrow, and you feel it's good. And what is about your weight and everything? And
yeah, well, I think the big mistake a lot of guys make when they leave the Ultimate Fighter is they all of a sudden they think they got to go to Vegas and train with these big powerhouse gyms. And my opinion is stick with whatever got you there. And I've stuck with my crew, and you know, my manager Jeff Clark and coach, he's brought me a long way. Charles Martinez, you know, for striking, Tom Hill for strength and conditioning. My gym, the Arena, you might not have heard of us, but it's big up and coming, and it's basically gonna make it might be on the you know, American top team level real soon. And, you know, I got Pat Spate there. I got a lot of great training partners. And, you know, I mean, it's now I can actually have a camp. Before it was like taking fights on 1 week notice, 3 days notice. You know, now that I got like 12 weeks notice, it's kind of nice. You know, I don't have to, you know, I fought for Strikeforce. I had to cut 25 pounds in 3 days, and I had like 3 day notice to go do it. So now it's like I got prep time, and I actually have camps put together, and it's a good thing.
Yeah, that's cool, man. The next training spot is me, because I fly to San Diego and train with Chris and with his coaches. I hope so.
They'll love you in San Diego. They'll love you. They'll love you.
That's cool,
they'll
man.
make Bruno look like nothing. Bruno and Borat hybrid.
Yeah, that sounds good, man. And what is your strategy for the fight tomorrow? I know that you have a good striker. I know you have a very good well striker on stand up. You know, I spar with you a couple times. You know, in the season. You know, that's not a secret. You know what I mean? If I'd stay with you in a house and locked up for 10 or a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? I know your game plan. So maybe, but you change something, or you hold on your old game plan.
Strategy, and you know, the strategy for every one of my fights is just going to be real easy. Go out there and have fun. I mean, I'm living my dream. I'm having a great time doing it. I mean, I think a lot of these guys play head tricks. They go in there fighting not to lose or fighting to win. And my opinion is just go in there and fight and just train as hard as you can in camp and just make it happen. And that's all you can do, and have as much fun as possible, because there's so few people that can actually like compete at this level and be at this level and say they fought for the UFC. And to be able to do that's an extreme privilege. And I'm enjoying every second of it.
I know. I know what you're talking about, because I'm a fighter too. You know, I have more than 30 fights. You know, I know what you're talking about. You can have every game plan, you know, but everybody cooks with hot water. You know what I mean? When the gate is closed, you know what I mean. So and the door's shut behind you. You know, it's only you and your opponent. You know, and you. I think the same, you know. The first thing is that you have fun in the fight, you know what I mean, and then I think that you make your way. And I wish you the best, brother, you know. And the second present is I'm in Chris' corner tomorrow and help him the same what I do in the Ultimate Fighter season.
I put you in the corner. You're going to be a good little boy, right?
Always.
All right, good. All right, you should be a good little boy. That's the only reason I've done this. Is there for emotional support and emotional support only.
I wish you the best, buddy.
Right.
You know.
We good.
Thank you for your time, man.
Hey, good deal.
Yeah, man. GnP-TV. Chris Cobb.
Woo!
Exactly.